Today, my friends, we've got something a little bit different. I am taking you guys all the way back to 1998. A shoe that was designed by, I believe, one Eric Avar. Although I have not 100% confirmed this, but I'm almost positive. However, what shoe would you build for the original creator of the killer crossover? The one UTEP two-step? How about a little T-bug action? Hey, what's good, guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got something real special, at least in my opinion. These guys right here are, or at least were, $100 retail, okay? Like this is like a $100 special right here. What most would consider nowadays a budget shoe. But this thing's got a little bit of everything in it, man. These right here are the Nike Air Zoom Flight T-Bugs. Actually, the way that they named their stuff back then is a little confusing. It is the Nike Zoom T-Bug Flight. Very strange, but I consider the Flight to be before all of the extra name stuff. But these guys right here have never retroed before, and I don't know if you are thinking along the same lines as me, but they should. Now, before we deep dive into these guys right here, we do have a quick word from today's sponsor, and that's the good folks over at BetterHelp. If you've been online in this sneaker landscape long enough, then you already know that mental health and sneakers sometimes cross paths. So if the toxicity of the internet happens to be invading your life while affecting your mental health, or maybe you just suffer from depression and anxiety, or possibly just having a rough day, therapy actually can help you out so that you can cope with all of those feelings and frustrations that you might be dealing with. Which is why we are happy to introduce you to today's sponsor, which is the good folks over at BetterHelp. BetterHelp's mission is simple and straightforward. They are here to provide professional therapy to those that need it, and to make sure that it's easily accessible, affordable, and convenient to use. Now, signing up and getting matched with a therapist is very easy. You can find the link down below in our description box, or just simply type in betterhelp.com/weartesters into your internet browser, and it will head you right over to their website. Not only does clicking that link help out our channel directly, but you can also save 10% on your first month. And more importantly, you can just check it out to see if it actually helps you. Switching therapists, by the way, is very simple. So if you don't actually feel like you're a good match with your current one, switching is very easy, and you may have to actually go through a few just so that you can make sure that you find someone that is able to help you out with your personal needs. So if you're tired of allowing the toxicity of online culture ruin your day, all you got to do is sign up for BetterHelp. Again, you can click the link that's in our description box down below, or simply visit betterhelp.com/weartesters and start getting the help that you need right away. Big thank you to the good folks over at BetterHelp for supporting the channel in this way. We greatly appreciate it. And with that being said, this shoe right here was originally designed, like I was saying before, by, I believe, Eric Avar. The reason why I really believe that this is Avar's creation is for one reason only, and it's this guy right here. This is another OG pair. These are sick. These have retroed, but they didn't make them like this. Like, this is just a far superior version of this shoe. But this is the original Zoom Flight glove, and if you were to pull down the little zipper thing, man, dude, look how bright that is. The retro was not like this. Like, this is just far superior. But anyways, do you see the resemblance there? You know what I mean? Like, it's basically the same shoe, just without the full enclosure. You know what I mean? It's got like a half enclosure or whatever, a 3/4 something. I don't know what you would call it, but very similar setup, both in tech and overall design. Avar created these bad boys right here. So again, I believe that he created these as well. These are so light, dude, what the hell? Like, what is this? Now, these bad boys right here were originally designed for Mr. Tim Hardaway. Again, the original killer crossover guy. Like, that dude was sick. I had this one VHS back in the day that was called the NBA's Rising Stars. It had like a young Alonzo, a young Tim Hardaway, like way back when he was on our squad, the Warriors, Run TMC. I fell in love with the way that that dude played right from the jump. And yeah, he's always been like a legend in my mind. I was actually in the same building as him one time. He was on the staff of Detroit Pistons when I was there for, like, I was hanging out with Langston and stuff, and I was courtside, and Tim Hardaway was sitting right there, and I was like, I can't do it. There's so many times that, like, I've met, or not met, but like been in the same vicinity as like legendary people, and I just, every time, you know what I mean? It's one of those weird things where I just can't get myself to muster up some courage sometimes, which is really unfortunate. But like I was saying, these were originally designed for Mr. Tim Hardaway, and they originally came out in 2 colorways. You could see that right here on the screen with this little splash page from East Bay Magazine. This colorway was one of them, and this was more of a Miami Heat colorway, which is where he was playing at the time. So you got the bright, fiery orange, bright red, and all that stuff. The other colorway, I actually don't know what the inspiration was for that. It was more like these guys right here where they were just white silver and then the internal monkey paw system was this bright ass green stuff. Or it wasn't the monkey paw, it was the internal booty. Instead of it being bright orange like this, it was like a neon green and stuff. So I don't know if this shoe is kind of like maybe supposed to be a glove. I'm not sure, because obviously there's similarities and stuff, but back in the 90s and stuff, like the design was just crazy, I think. So what these guys got right here is actually a segmented herringbone outsole. You can see right there that there are 4 pods, very similar to another shoe from this era. You know which one I'm talking about?
The Jordan 13s.
Fucking A. She has learned a lot, and it's awesome. But yeah, these guys right here actually don't feature the same exact outsole, but inside they actually do feature the same exact tech, which I think is really interesting. They also feature the same exact tech as the Pippin 2s. There was another shoe too that I just totally spaced on right now. I don't even remember what it was. Oh, the Jumpman Pro Quick, the original one. The materials that they use for the cushioning are actually Phylon midsole, which is obviously still intact. So this stuff is not polyurethane, so this will last. It's not great or anything like that. It's very light still. I can't believe how light these feel. Now, inside of that Phylon midsole is actually a 4-foot zoom unit and then a heel loaded air unit. So inside the back is a regular size, kind of like air sole unit and everything. In the 4-foot, they only explain that it's 4-foot zoom air. And I was curious to know, like, what kind of zoom is it? So me being me, I just had to see if the glue was still good. And of course it isn't. But because of that, I was able to pull this apart. And in there's all kinds of crumbly bits and stuff, but it's not just any zoom air unit, it's actually an articulated zoom air unit, the original articulated zoom unit. So each of these pods right here has a zoom pod in it, and then they're connected by a chamber. It's fucking awesome. These guys originally had the same thing, the Pippin 2s, the original Jumpman Pro Quicks, the retro of the Pro Quicks. Guess what they got in the 4-foot now? Nothing. So yeah, this guy right here has some badass cushion in the front. I just think that that's, I mean, I just want to swear a lot. Again, I bring it back to Slam Presents Kicks Issue 1. This was the Nike Basketball Bible. This was 1998, so this is where it started. That shoe right there, boom, okay? Obviously it's not that color, that one's a little bit further down, but we got 1998, we got all of these shoes, and that's where the issue kind of stops, or the timeline stops. They go into an article and everything like that. But look at all of this stuff, dude. Like, all of this stuff is better than anything that we get today. And then if you were to go from the whole, like, I don't know what you would call this, just the timeline of Nike basketball up until that point, you would go from there and jump all the way to the Kicks on court section, the stuff coming up. That's where you would see these shoes. And again, look at this, $100. The Pippins, $120. Like, what the heck? This was the most expensive shoe at that moment at $170, and it had all kinds of shit in there. There was full-length air, there was foamposite and everything. This is crazy. Look at these shoes, you guys. Look at this. This was an $80 shoe or a $90 shoe with all that leather, all of that dope design in there. Like, these could be worn right now. They look fresh. This shoe right here, this is the one that, like, I always stand behind. I wanted these so bad. It was a team shoe. The Nike Air Team Max Zoom, $130, 3/4 length air unit, okay, which you can see. What you don't see is the 4-foot got a big ass zoom unit in there, dude. Again, I'm not trying to say that what we get today is complete shit. I'm just saying, can we bring things back just a little bit? You know what I mean? Like, let's bring back the fairness, the value in your pricing, the design language that just is undeniably awesome.
Please! God damn it!
Now, as far as the rest of the upper is concerned, we got a mixture between leather and synthetics. Basically, the entire 4-foot is just kind of like that leather base. You got perforations for some airflow. Then you got this Lycra zipper enclosure, the same exact stuff that you will see on this. It's got the same exact zipper mechanism and all of that stuff. They didn't last that long when you were playing in them, like they would bust right open, but you can't tell me that it wasn't a cool idea, you know what I mean? This one would work a little bit better. It was this one that was like asymmetrical, and so as soon as you would start really like turning and moving and stuff, like that thing would just pull right open. And the one thing that the two, you know, are different on is the midfoot support. So like this guy right here lacks some torsional rigidity. Like I could press right in here. It could also be due to age, but this guy right here has a carbon fiber shank. The retro doesn't. You guys already know, if you have a retro of these, it's a sticker of carbon fiber. It's plastic with a sticker. Plastic with a sticker. And they charged you a grip for those, man. Now the back half of the shoe, again, is where things really get interesting, because this is where we're at right now. So they were already pushing textile hairstyles on designers and teams and stuff like that. And I know that a lot of people think that, oh, it's lightweight, it's breathable, that's why. No, it's not, because this is made by a machine. It's cheap. They're able to cut so much cost by making a machine do this and then just attaching it to everything. And then last but not least, we got the monkey paw system on there. Like we said, it was on the gloves and all that stuff. It's on a couple of different models. They eventually used this on a shoe that they had like as an amalgam of all of these. It was called the Zoom Fun Police. I don't know if you guys remember those. That was in the early 2000s. Actually, I think that was like in the early days of YouTube. Like that shoe released while like this channel was pretty new and stuff. And that shoe had this same system. It had kind of this rear and stuff like that, but it also had some Zoom gloves and garnet and all that stuff like mixed into it and everything, because they were all in the same ad campaign, which I believe was in this magazine. Right there. The Fun Police, man.
It just sounds like the opposite of what they're probably trying to say.
It was hilarious. It was such a cool campaign. But with all that being said, sound off below and let us know what you think about these in the comment section. I would love to hear from you guys, especially if you have seen this for the first time. Like if you're a new gen person into sneakers, especially if you're into basketball. I get it if you're not into basketball. I think that's where people misinterpret like your opinion or whatever on stuff like this or product like this, is that you're not a basketball player. So why would you like this? You know what I'm saying? Like this is too much shoe for you. But she likes runners and she likes other more, what would you call that? Just like daily?
Yeah.
Like a normal looking shoe. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not too much and all that stuff. People like us, we grew up like fantasizing about being these guys. And so we wanted to wear these products, which is why we love stuff like this today being brought back. Well, not this, but you know, Jordans and up-tempos and stuff like that. So yeah, but if you are a new gen person, especially if you're a hooper, look at this and then tell me honestly, what do you think about these, man? Like I need to know. Do you think this is dope? Would you wear this for your team games? I think I would. I don't think, I know that I would, but I need to know your guys' thoughts because you're the next generation. You're the next in line, you know what I mean? So we got to pick your brain to see where we're at. But thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you guys. Let us know what you think about these in the comment section. Let us know what you think about these too. Which one's better? Which one would you choose?
Please don't make me answer.
Okay, actually I can't pick right now. I want to go this way, but these are so cool too. I don't know, and the tech is comparable. I can't pick them, man. You guys let me know in the comment section. Ready, set, go. Thank you guys. I just thank you for, thank you for spending your time with me. I really do appreciate you. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.